Hello friends, I'm here to review another book for you today. This one is called Heartsong Hills by Wendy Rich Stetson. I would really like to thank Wendy. She very kindly reached out to me. I had read the previous book in this series and she said, would you like to read my second one? And I was like, yes please. So I am so grateful to her for sending me an e-arc copy of this book. It came out on the 19th of October. I love this book. We meet Nora, who we met in the previous book. Now, Nora was involved in a very nasty accident when a runaway truck smashed into the buggy that was carrying herself, her husband, and I think it was her husband's sister. Unfortunately, her husband and her husband's sister didn't survive. Nora did survive, but she has hip problems. And the new doctor says to her, look, I can fix it. And basically she agrees with the permission of the bishop. She agrees to surgery. She has a hip replacement and everything is going really, really well. But she still needs to have some added strength and mobility. And the rehabilitation specialist suggests that she goes to a fitness class at the local senior centre. Again, she requires permission for this. It's given. And when she arrives, it isn't just an exercise class, it is a tap dancing class. Now, Nora's form of Amish do not allow her to dance. And so she's very conflicted, but she stays for the first lesson and discovers a love for music and dance that, just makes her happy. She smiles, she laughs, she just has such fun in this class. And she begins to, she makes friends. So she's really conflicted. Do I go back the next week or not? And she does go back, and she keeps going back. And the more she goes, the more she loves the dancing, the more she loves the people she's with, because they're just so nice to her. She ends up agreeing to dance in the local Christmas concert that is being run for the local hospital, where she was treated by this doctor, and it's basically to raise money for his clinic, because he wants to run clinic for Amish people so that they have good medical care. And so she agrees to dance in this, and her partner is one of the older gentlemen, Hank, and he is lovely. He is such a sweetheart. I really like him. And he becomes friends with her daughter, Nora's daughter, who we met in the first book as well. And he keeps bringing Nora books for her daughter to read, which her daughter loves. And Hank is met every week after his dance class by his grandson Tucker, who is a country and western singer, but he's going through a tough time at the moment and is not in Nashville, as is where he was based. And he and Nora become friends. But something happens that he has to go away, and he comes in and he asks Nora to help Hank because Hank is needing some help. And at the same time, Hank also employs her daughter to write his memoirs, for him, because Tucker was doing it at the time. So they become more enmeshed in this family, and it was just beautifully written. I really liked the characters. I liked that also some of the characters from the previous book came back into this, which was really nice. Yes, Nora had conflict with, various things, not only the dance class and her growing attraction to Tucker, but there's other things happening as well. Her mum was very strict, because that is the way that she was, her version of Amish was. But she'd moved to another Amish community, and has now come back. And the Amish community she was in was a wee bit more, I'm not going to say, how can I put it, less strict. Okay, there are various things that she could do that maybe she can't do here, but she decides she's going to do it anyway. So there's that as well. I loved this book. I gave this a 5 out of 5 because it was just so good. And I would say, if you like Amish stories, then this series is the one for you, because it's just such a great series. There are only 2 so far, so you haven't got a lot of catching up to do. But I would definitely say to you, pick this one up. So please tell me down in the comments, is it one that you fancy reading? I really hope you do. If you do read it out, again, let me know in the comments, because I would love to know your thoughts on it. But until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye.